Tag Team Arena is live. All right, folks, what I wanted to do today is go over what is easily going to be the #1 mistake that a whole bunch of people are going to make with Tag Team Arena. And it's really important that you figure this out right now before you invest any resources into it. And what I wanted to do is go over how the placement system works, because the Tag Team Arena placement system and the way that the rankings are going to work, even though the actual labels are technically the same as Classic Arena, like Bronze 1, Bronze 2, Silver 1, 2, so on and so forth, the actual points that you need in order to place into them are much different. Everything about the Tag Team Arena in terms of placement actually works like the Platinum Arena system works for Classic. But there's only 300 people in Platinum Arena, so the vast majority of people actually playing the game don't have experience with how this dynamic placement system works. And it's really important to be aware of it, because you don't want to make the mistake of wasting a bunch of resources thinking you're going to place into a certain category and then realizing that you just wasted all your resources because now it needs a different number of points to get to the rank that you were trying to than when you originally thought you were going to go for it. So let's get into that. And of course, if we actually go to the Tag Team Arena here, you'll see that you've now got the Classic Arena on the left and the Tag Team Arena on the right. So the Classic Arena is just the old arena, functions exactly the same. If you're wondering why I'm Gold 2, by the way, I didn't play for the last 16 hours and I dropped almost 1,000 points. So I'll get back up there. But the thing is with the tiers, right? So the tiers in both arena system, the labels are technically the same, right? Like Bronze 1, 2, 3, 4, Silver 1, 2, 3, 4, Gold 1, 2, 3, and 4. But the thing is, in the regular Classic Arena, it just takes a certain number of points in order to get to the next ranking. Like 1,000 points to get into Bronze 2, 1,100 points to get into Bronze 3, and so on and so forth. You can look at all this in the Classic Arena tier system. That is not how it works, though, for the Tag Team Arena. The entire Tag Team Arena system works like the Platinum system works for Classic, and that is the number of points in order to actually get into Platinum is not dynamic, or is not static 3,200. It's dynamic. It might start at 3,200, but it's going to change because it's based off of the top 300 players in the game. And as the week goes on, and those 300 players play and compete more, the number of points that you need in order to actually get into Platinum is going to change and most likely, of course, go up. So you'll notice, like, if you're in Gold 4, this number right here on the right, it's going to be different. You've probably noticed it in some people's videos. You know, it could be as low as 3,200 or so, but it can easily also be in the 4,000s. And of course, that's because it's going to be whatever the, bottom 300th player, whatever his points are, that's going to be the minimum. Because if you knock him out, then he's no longer in Platinum, and now you're the bottom person in Platinum. So take that concept right there for Platinum and apply that to absolutely every single tier in the Tag Team Arena. And you'll see right here that already the amount of points that you need to get into Bronze 2 is 1,988. And that's because there's only a certain number of people that are allowed into each ranking or each placement system. And, as more and more people compete and the minimum scores of everybody goes up, the number of points that you're going to need in order to get into the next placement is also going to go up. So, by the time that you guys watch this video, if you still haven't actually started out in Tag Team Arena, you'll probably notice that this number is not going to be 1988 anymore. It's going to be something different, and that'll be something different later. And it's always going to be changing, just like the number of points needed in order to enter Platinum. And it's going to be like that for all of the different tiers. So big mistake here, what you don't want to do is you don't want to assume that you're going to need 1,988 points in order to get into Bronze 2. And this is especially important given how the Tag Team Arena tokens actually work, is they do not reset every hour, and the refills actually are also dynamic. It seems like Plarium is really moving towards this dynamic model a lot more. It's not a 40 gem refill like every single Classic Arena refill or energy refills. If you refill 10 times, Classic Arena tokens, which is the old arena, it's still always going to be 40 gems per refill. Same with energy, right? Not with Tag Team Arena tokens. It starts off at 15 gems, but don't let that price fool you, because if I reset this, then the next one goes up to, I believe it goes to 40 gems, and then it goes up to 80. Let's actually just do one of them here, just because, even though I'm going to lose 2 tokens. Don't do this, by the way, but I just want to show you guys on video. Now the next one here is 40 gems, and then the one after that would go up, and so on and so forth. You can see cost increases slightly with each purchase. up to 8 times. Price resets at 0 UTC. Next reset in 14 hours and 32 minutes here. So another thing that you do not want to do is you don't want to refill your tokens like 2 or 3 minutes before the actual reset, right? So if the reset is in 14 hours and 32 minutes, what you do not want to do is you don't want to buy one of these refill bags when the reset is in 2 minutes, because at that point you're going to lose advantage of getting your free refill tokens, right? Because you're probably not going to go through all 5 of them in the next 2 minutes. If you do, then that's crazy. Go for it, but most people probably aren't going to be able to. So I would say avoid refilling your Tag Team Arena tokens at all, 10, 15, 20 minutes or so before the daily reset, so you can get all of your tokens back for free. Going back to the actual placement system, right? You want to make sure to do some planning and preparation. It's going to be different for everyone, whatever your goals are. It's not like this numbers could be the same for everyone, but actually get a sense of, how often are you defeating your opponents? How many points are you getting? Are you winning all 3 of your matches consistently? Are you losing one of them? What's the average number of points you're getting? How many refills is it going to take you in order to get to the next tier? And avoid being in that very unfortunate situation where you spend a bunch of gems and a bunch of refills, and now you're at 1988 points, but in the time that it took you to get up to 1988 points, now you need 2050 points to get to the next tier. So now you need to grind another 70. And if there's no way that you're going to be able to get those last 70 points, then you go back to 1,000, and it's like as if you should have done nothing. It's a huge waste. You want to be really, really careful of not running into that extremely, extremely unfortunate situation. So now in terms of the actual rewards right here, the labels are just like Classic Arena, bronze 1, 2, 3. And we do have this Bazaar icon. However, the Bazaar icon, it's I got a little teased here. I thought we actually had the Bazaar, even though, it's given Plarium's track history, it's not here yet. So the actual rewards, if you go to Arena Rewards, you'll see here that they've got all the rewards now listed, even for Classic Arena. It's not like anything's changed, by the way. This is all still the same as it was before. You can just kind of see it now. But also at the very bottom, you can see the Tag Arena rewards. Now, this is one time only. These rewards will only be given out once. We'll announce the reward date soon. I wouldn't count on soon, but they'll announce it eventually. And the rewards will be based on everyone's final positions and tiers at that time. Check out the information below. So you can see here, what you're going to get just once when you end off on that position, at the end of whenever this period is going to be. And of course, the reason why they're doing this is because we don't have the Bazaar yet. It's being delayed, like many things are. And this is kind of like the, the placement rewards before the introduction of the actual Bazaar. And be a little bit careful, like it seems like a lot here, but it's only one time. And also these artifacts, keep in mind that for the time being, the only other way to actually get these artifacts is actually by competing in Platinum Arena. So you have to be careful that if you end up getting, these deflection or swift parry artifacts and you get 1 or 2 good ones, you're not going to be able to actually use the full set unless you get more of them, and you're not going to be able to get more of them unless you're a Platinum Arena player. Now, who knows? They might add them to the Bazaar. It's always possible, but right now, that's the only other way that we know how to actually get these artifacts. So you can kind of make of these rewards what you will. My prediction is it's probably also going to be a while before we actually see the Bazaar, because they've got the rewards for Gold 4, and based off of the number of points that you'll actually need in order to get all the way up into Gold 4, my guess is it's probably going to be a couple months before we actually start to see people place, in the top gold categories. Sure, some whales might get there sooner, but it'll probably be a little while before we start to see a decent number of people actually get into those higher tier categories. It takes a good amount of grinding, especially considering you can only get 5 tokens naturally per day. Now, in terms of the actual battles here, they function, it's very similar to regular Arena, which is why I didn't want to spend the majority of the video talking about the battles, is because, if you already know how the Classic Arena system works, Tag Team Arena is exactly the same, except just multiply it by 3. It's not even really 3 times 3, 3x3 arena battles, which is what they called it. It's more like 3 times 4, because you're, instead of fighting one team of up to 4 champions, and your enemy's team of 4 champions, now you're facing 3 of your teams of 4 champions versus 3 of your enemy teams of up to 4 champions. You can have less, of course. So I'll just go through one battle here really quickly so you guys can see what it looks like. The other important thing is, technically you get a victory with 2 out of 3 battles won. But technically being awarded a victory is meaningless. It's really just the points. That's the only thing that you get. You don't get medals. You don't get any other reward. The only thing you get are points. So you want to make sure to obviously get as many points per token as possible. And if you're constantly losing one match, you're going to be getting way less points because, you know, if I win 3 out of 3 matches at 8 points each, I'm getting 24. If I win 2 and lose 1, I'm getting 16, but then I lose 8 for my loss, so I'm only actually getting 8 points, which is 1/3 as many as if I were to win all 3 matches. So, you know, just losing one match makes a really, really big difference. Anyway, let's head in here, do one match really quickly to end things off here so you guys can kind of see that it does indeed function very similar to the regular arena system, just multiplied by 3 essentially. And let's get through here. All right, there's the first battle right there, and then the second one. Now, of course, everybody is starting off in bronze, so, you know, it might be a little... If you guys have been struggling in the regular arena for a while, which is a whole different topic on its own, because there's just so many good teams in bronze, hopefully you don't have that problem with Tag Team Arena, because everybody's starting off right now at the same point. But I'm guessing over time, you know, obviously all tiers are going to get more competitive, even the lower tiers will, so... Alright, let's just go ahead and get through here. And where's this, the AoE skill? And or just AoE skill. Alright, put it on auto, just so you guys can actually see the points. And that's pretty much everything about the Tag Team Arena. I mean, the most important thing, you can see only points, ranking period ends, just started, so this number will obviously change, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it right there. Yeah, the most important thing was the stuff that I talked about the arena placement and making sure that you don't make that mistake of spending resources and then not actually getting to the point that you originally wanted to. So keep a big eye on that. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the videos. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave a quick like as well. It means more than you can imagine. So thank you so much to all of you who decide to do that. And more Raid Shadow Legends videos, guides, tutorials, all that fun stuff should be popping up on the screen right about now in the suggested videos to your right and below. Feel free to check them out. But if not, until next time, take care, everyone. And this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.